Call meeting to order.
Can we shut the AC off so we can hear?
It's not doing any good, so get me as well. That's why I'm up here, because with your age, you can't hear enough.
Thank you.
Nancy?
We'd open a window, but I can hear you.
So I want to make a clarification. Somebody asked me something, and I told a small fib.
Oh,
So, go ahead.
okay. Before we get started on the agenda, I'd like to add an item 1A. We received a letter of resignation that I'd like to read to the Board of Selectmen dated 8/10/2025. I am resigning my position as selectman for the town of Anson effective immediately. Respectfully, Arnold Luce. My keys are enclosed in this envelope, and they were all of his office keys were enclosed. So at this point, the board will need to decide if you want to accept Arnold's resignation. And if so, then you'll need to elect a new chair and a new vice chair.
I'll make a motion to accept Alan's resignation. And I'll do it with hesitation.
I second it. I also would like to make a motion to nominate him.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Gotta vote.
Okay.
Any discussion? Yes. We've just lost a huge asset to this board over this town. He's been on this board for as long as I can remember, probably as long as you can remember.
I think get back into the 80s.
Yeah, so it's a huge loss. We do not know why, that's all we know.
That's all we know. I tried to reach him, as you know, he didn't return my calls, but I did actually speak with him today, and he said it has nothing to do with the town, but it was for personal reasons.
So, all in favor? All opposed? Okay, so moved, 4-0.
All right, now we need to elect a new chairman of the select board.
Okay, I'd like to nominate Jim for chair and,
Let's go through that one first.
yeah.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved, 4-0.
And I make a nomination of vice chair for Brenda.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor? So moved, I'm sorry. All opposed? So moved, 4-0. I'm
Congratulations.
new, so give me. Okay, we move into the agenda, which is number 1, review and approve minutes of July 22nd and 28th, and the Selectmen's and Board of Advisory meeting.
Assessor.
Make a motion to approve the review and approve the minutes of July 22nd and July 28th and the Selectmen Board of Assessors meeting.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Sorry. All opposed? So moved, 4-0. Number 2, approve warrants. I'm not going to read them all. And financials for July. You have it in front of you.
Make a motion to approve the warrants 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and the financials for July.
Brenda, can you add 84? I forgot about that there is a town AP and a sewer AP warrant, so there's actually another one that was in front of you tonight.
And 84.
Thank you.
Second.
Any further discussion? Is it in that packet too? The 84.
So warrant 82 is a payroll warrant. The amount is $7,238.52. Warrant 83 is the sewer warrant, which is up here in the amount of $2,020.21. And warrant 84, which is the town AP warrant, is $303,697.11. This warrant includes the July school payment. I didn't make a school payment in July because town coffers were getting fairly low, and it was a substantial payment. I think the school payment is $221,000 a month now. So with taxes rolling in, now that we've done a commitment, we brought in the month of July, $421,000. So after this $303,000 comes out of the checking account, we'll have a balance of $446,000 and some change left in the town checking account, which will give highway some money to work on their FEMA projects. And I'm also hopeful that before the next meeting in August, we might even be able to do the August payment for the school, because the deadline would, for the taxes would have come, well, it would almost be there. I think the taxes are due the 27th, and the meeting is the 24th, maybe, our next one. Anyway, we should have Eagle Creek's payment by then, hopefully CMP, some big ones. So I think we'll be good to get caught back up with the school.
Good.
And that's all I have to report there.
Any further discussion? All in favor of accepting? Yeah. All in favor of not accepting? Words leave my mind. Okay, so moved, 4-0. I apologize. I am probably the oldest in the room. Oh, that's right, he's,
No.
oh, that's right, okay. I feel much better. So still ain't gonna remember. Number 3, approved 3-year memorandum of agreement with Eagle Creek Madison Hydro LLC.
As you know, and actually the public does not know, we've had some executive sessions to talk with legal counsel to work up a new 3-year contract with Eagle Creek. The current contract that we had with them expired in April of 2025. We were successful in reaching another 3-year agreement with a higher value, and Eagle Creek has agreed to keep a status quo assessment for the next 3 years. And their new assessment is $19,300,000. And their assessment last year was $16 million. So it's gone up. Eagle Creek has signed the contract. So at this point, you will need to make a motion to authorize. It's a memorandum of agreement. And they say they will not file for an abatement, that they will go with these assessed values. They agree with that, at least for the next 3 years, and then it will be subject to renegotiation at that point. It did come at a kind of a hefty price tag with legal and Bill Van Tynen services, but I think it's money well spent to get the value that we got. So I guess you'll need to make a motion to approve it, and then I'll have you sign it.
And that's once that we have to pay out that money. Because
Correct.
We got the 3 years, so we don't have to worry about it.
Right. And I don't know, but off the top of my head, I think the legal bills are in the tune of like $16,000 to execute this contract, which come out of my budget.
Make a motion that we accept the 3-year proposal for the memorandum of agreement with Eagle Creek Medicine Hydro LLC.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved, 4-0.
So I'm going to put the signature page on the top then, and pass that around for you folks to sign.
Number 4, discuss audit engagement letter with R.H.R. Smith.
R.H.R. Smith is the audit firm that the town has used, I think, for the last couple of years. They just sent out on August 1st a engagement letter for performing the December 31st, 2025 audit year end. And if we want to retain their services, we have to acknowledge and accept the engagement letter within 30 days. They also want a retainer for invoice payment in advance too. The audit for 2025, we've got $14,500 in the budget. The 2026 audit, the audit for 2025 that we're doing in 2026 came in at $15,230. So it's about $800 more than last year.
How much do we have to do that?
I'm sorry?
How much do we have to put down?
It just says that there'll be a retainer invoice that will be required within the 30 days. So once they give us once they receive our signed statement, they will send us an invoice. And then there's an update, annual client info update form that I'll submit.
So the retainer is part of this 15?
It's going to be part of next year's fees, so they're starting to collect in advance of the year, so that will require me to do a journal entry for prepaid expenses.
Make a motion to engage the letter with R.H.R. Smith and Company.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved. Number 5.
Before we move on, Jim, it says this letter correctly sets forth the understanding of the town of Anson management signature. Do you want to sign as chairman, or do you want me to sign as the administrator?
What's been done in the past? You know?
I'm not sure.
You might as well sign it.
Okay. I just wanted to get
Better
that.
have one email.
All right, thank you.
there anyways, but. What's that? Number 5, second quarter 2025 sewer payment.
So this is for the water readings from April 1st to June 30th. The sewer commitment came in at $37,984.80. And Brenda wanted to know if it was up over the first quarter, and it is by roughly like 4,000 or 5,000. But it could be water usage is up for that time period. I'm assuming.
For that time period,
Yeah.
very possible. The next one should be last.
Or,
Well,
or even
we
more,
won't get
whether
rain-
it's,
we won't
whether
get
it's.
rain
Mm.
report. So, have a motion?
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we, on the second quarter 2025 sewer commitment from April to June of 2025.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved.
So I'll pass that commitment around for you to sign.
Number 6, discuss municipal quick claim deeds.
I thought there was going to be one. I have a gal that I've been working with. She's got her real estate caught up, but then I realized we had a lien for sewer. So I told her, I said, you know, really, we need to have the sewer lien paid off and discharged before we execute a municipal quitclaim deed. She was gonna speak with her husband and come in to pay on Friday of last week. She didn't come in. I checked today. Still, it remains unpaid, so there is none.
Number 7, department head reports.
We got Adam's truck back from getting the hydraulic pump rebuilt. We started with the FEMA, putting more gravel out today. My truck's in the garage, something to do with emissions on the gas. Rick had to order a part for it, so. And other than that, like, the sewer hours was up 2/10 last week, but that was it. Everything else is going good, so.
Awesome. Any questions?
We do have one applicant for that seasonal position, so he's here tonight, so we can talk with him after.
Chief?
It's dry.
You do?
So that being said, we've had a few more calls since our last tally, and I don't have that. Jeremy hasn't had a chance to go up in the sweltering hot office upstairs of the south station. Otherwise than that, everything's going pretty good. We gotta get an inspection sticker on 81. Ben King and Sons did show up last week, I believe. I gotta stop in and check towards the tail end of this week. It was supposed to replace the conduit on the side of the building that goes to the generator where the frost had moved it so much it kind of pulled it off and broke the conduit. Bowman sent one of their contractors, whoever did the plumbing up there, for the valve that was leaking that we used to fill the trucks. Daryl's gonna try to swing by and see if that's actually been fixed. I didn't go inside this week to see if it was actually done. I had 2 or 3 of the guys do the Corporal Andrew Hutchins Memorial Ride for the bikers that do it every year from Kuznos up to Kerbeck High School. They had a big whip-de-doo. They had a bunch of free food up there, so we got involved in that again this year. That went quite well. Chuck Taylor from Bob's Cash Fuel lined up this past week, set the propane tank up there at the North Station. They're not under a cement pad or anything like that. It's got these nice little plastic green footings that it sits on. It looks quite nice. So he said he wasn't in favor of the Jersey barriers, but it is what it is. Protect it for time being. So We did get a quote from K-Tronics for the cameras for the North Station. That came in around $6,770. Nancy and I are gonna try to get together and go through my budget a little bit because I'd really like to have people come to do our hose testing, to finish up our hose testing, to get that done. So I don't know if I can swing both, but we'll figure it out and go from there. I gotta have Northeast come, or I'm gonna try to wait until they come in October when they do the pump tests and servicing. I got a valve leaking on 84 as well, so I'm trying to pay attention on our spending, because sometimes that's usually a pretty hefty bill on all the trucks where they find something, they have to fix it, obviously. I gave you, Jim, an item list for some of the supplies I need for the stations. A lot of it has to do with replenishing some of the stuff that's out of date for the first aid kits. One of the big purchases, I want to replace the first aid kit that's on Engine 83, which is up to the North Station, because it's an old tackle box, fisherman's bag, and it's kind of dilapidated, and a lot of stuff in it's pretty much, seals are broken on some of the stuff, so I'm going to get a first aid kit that's just like the rest of them on all the trucks. Otherwise than that, I don't know if anybody's come to anybody at the North Station, but Nancy got a hold of me the other day. There was a couple that has a farm and their well went dry. I informed Nancy that we can't fill people's wells with the trucks, but if they have a tote that they want to bring to the fire station, we will be more than happy to fill up the tote to water the animals. So if somebody tells one of you guys, go ahead and fill it up. Yep, yep. So it's dry, it's an emergency situation, it's their livelihood, it's their livestock, so I don't have a problem with that. If that's okay with the board, Nancy gave me the okay to do it that time, so.
We pay a set price anyway.
Right, yeah, so. I just think it's a good public relations, and there for the community, there for us, so. Otherwise, I think that tally came to $328.37.
Stacy, do you have batteries on there? We need.
No,
Yeah,
Andy did mention we need batteries too. So.
The ones for the packs.
Yep.
You don't have that.
Yeah, I can add that. They're usually, I think the last time I ordered some, everything's gone up a little bit, they were like $47 for a case of them, they're probably at, I want to say 60 to 70, so. Anything else, Gary, that's on?
I have a list at home. I thought we were gonna have a meeting last night. And
Yeah.
Didn't, so.
Anything that's,
Not substantial.
all right, perfect, yep. We'll get it done. Otherwise not, that's all I have.
What are we getting for $6,000?
What's that?
What are we getting for $6,000 for camera?
It's like a set of 8 cameras. It's going to be pointing, starting from the outside of the building, the first entry door that's facing the main drag. It's like a 360-degree view of that. Another one at the back entry door that's facing over towards the TDS building. Then there's 2 on the inside as you approach. You'll be able to see who's coming in through the doors, who's walking in front of the trucks. You'll be able to see the trucks being backed in. And then there'll be another one on the inside of the door that's facing the TDS building. So if you see somebody that walks up the mezzanine steps, it's kind of, we had to be careful where we put it because we couldn't have it pointing in the bathroom, obviously. So if somebody decided to scale a ladder on the backside, want to come through the window, obviously they're going to come down through the steps, so we can capture that as well. And he had a big enough box, so for some reason, if we wanted to put more cameras in, we could. He didn't go with a small box because that would be 8 and we wouldn't be able to add any more. So.
Any questions for Chief?
Yeah, Chief, I know my profession, I was there for 38 years. I was on call for 24/7. Is there anything pertaining of, say you had an accident or whatever, people showing up with sneakers, Crocs, or anything? Is there ever anything, just as long, it's a volunteer system?
Well, they should,
Is it,
they should still show up and turn up here at least.
right, but
Unless they're doing flagging or something like that, then they can As long as they have a
What if
safety
they're
vest on.
assisting with the accident scene itself? I mean, is there anything, I mean, if something happened to them wearing improper gear, where the feet are
I'm
the first to
liable,
go,
I'm liable for our firefighters.
and then the towns, right?
Has there been a complaint?
I've heard a couple of people talking, and, you know, showing up and stuff like that, you know, it's just.
I can add to that a little bit, because what happens sometimes is location of people or where the responders are. For instance, there was an accident out by Artie's house a week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Whatever, I was less than a mile away, I didn't have my turnout gear, and I was dressed just the way you see me. And I'll be the first to go there and help. And if it becomes an issue, I'm a civilian until I go to the fire station and get my stuff, the way I feel.
Oh, so you can't respond to any accident scene to help out as a volunteer firefighter? You have to go to the
If
station
you want us,
and then come back?
if you want us in turnout gear and everything, SOPs.
No, it isn't turnout gear, it's just a regular pair of, you know, shoes, work boots.
Usually what
So,
happens
but-
sometimes if,
No, this is what I'm, you know, I'm
We
just
do.
asking a question. I
Yeah,
mean, if I was responding in a volunteer on being in this fire department, I would make sure I had a pair of boots or something, instead of Crocs or sneakers. No, it's just, I don't wanna argue.
no,
All
I'm
I'm saying, I'm trying to get this, like, you know.
sometimes what they do is if they know somebody's on scene and we know somebody's coming from the station,
not asking them to bring our gear.
they ask them to bring
Correct.
their
But
gear.
the initial response, for instance, I was out looking at a job, so I'm in my whatever Sunday attire, okay? And what,
Which is probably different than my Sunday attire.
probably, so it may, it's not flip flops because I don't wear them, but it would be just shoes like this.
Right.
But shorts, I got no gloves, no reflective vest, which is, those are the bare minimum you need in the road. I'm gonna go render help and do what I can to make it safe.
And I'm not on the fire department as a volunteer, but if I see something, I'm gonna jump in anyways also.
Exactly.
Again, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
And people do.
correct.
In fact, we were in Bingham or wherever it was and doing a forest fire, and this guy from, I can't remember, if it's Connecticut or Massachusetts, come along and said, what can I do to help?
Correct.
Handed him my hard hat and away he went.
Right.
Never got it back.
I just didn't know if something happened to that individual, you know, there was a volunteer firefighter, or there was no police department there, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. you know.
Yeah.
And
It's
if
a
something
big
happened,
gray area.
it is,
And we
because
have
if
to keep it
something
in the back of our
happened,
mind, yeah.
there's anything in an accident scene. I've been to at least 25 fatalities on the railroad I've just, and I was the heavy equipment foreman in charge of everything. But if they showed up, even as the guys, and they did not have a tire on their feet, they could be on a bathing suit, but their feet had to be covered. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Because in these accident scenes, yeah, we all know something could shift, something does, you know.
And
But I didn't know if there
If
was
something,
some.
if something's gonna happen, it will happen when you don't want it to. so.
Correct.
I want to clarify too with you, do trained, the fully trained firemen, are they able to have their equipment at home?
Yep.
Or in their?
Or in their truck,
Or in their
because they
truck.
have to get to the scene, so that's what I'm saying, a pair of
But
shoes.
that's like you, him.
Yeah. It's hard to
He
know
never
what
knows
goes
what
in.
vehicle he's gonna be in. We
10
have
different ones, I
9
can't
million
keep up with me
vehicles.
all the time.
To have their boots
Okay.
in, we're in them.
Okay, stop.
Just
Order.
never know. I went and sandals.
Stop, please. Chief, can you, and you also, can you bring this up in a meeting to have shoes with you, you know, in your cars? You know, it doesn't have to be anything special, the pair of shoes you're gonna throw out because you bought new ones, put them behind your seat or something, you know? Just make it a memo so that it's brought up in meetings, that's all. I mean, and it's understandable, I mean, you go places, you know, that you're not gonna have stuff, but you could have that old pair of boots, you could have that. Just bring it up in a memo
Yep.
so that everybody thinks about it,
Well,
that's all, because you don't think about it, so. I think it's a good question, but I think as far as, I don't know if we want to see all the turnout gear in people's cars.
Well, they won't wear it on the day like today.
You know, right, I mean, I think the next best thing is to bring it up,
Yeah.
do a memo on it, and suggest putting an old pair of boots or whatever in their vehicles. Each vehicle, you've got a dozen, I've got a dozen, you know what I mean?
We all do.
But we all have a dozen old boots or shoes sitting around too, you know, so, just for that emergency. So I think it'll take care of it, I think it will take care of it as far as insurance goes too. To see that memo, yes, we talked about it, and yes, it's,
Okay, well, then,
so, satisfactory. Go ahead.
Before we move off of the fire chief reports, I was wondering, am I authorized to do their second quarter payroll? I think Stacy had given you guys the numbers, do you need to see them again? For the payroll, for the pay card? So am I authorized to,
Yes. Make a motion to authorize Nancy to pay.
pay out the second quarter? Good, thank you. All right, so now,
Did you second this? Did we vote on this?
Second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move first it.
All in favor? I made a motion.
and Brenda, you second?
Yeah.
All opposed? So moved. You're up.
Okay. I received a legal notice from the Anson Madison Water District, letting the town know that there will be a public hearing on Thursday, September 4th at 6 p.m. at the Old Point School in Madison to discuss and hear comments on the proposed water rate increase. It looks like the increases range from 41% to 50% increase in water rates. Proposed new rates will go into effect October 6th. They have reached out to the Public Utilities Commission to get, I guess, approval of the rate increase. I think they have to go through the PUC for that. And then at the end of this legal notice packet that I received, there is a customer petition, a blank petition. So if any customers of the water district want to circulate a petition to prohibit this increase, I think the wording says, "We, the undersigned customers of the Anson Madison Water District, hereby request pursuant to blah, 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 that Public Utilities Commission suspend the October 6, 25 proposed increases in rates and investigate the proposed increase in the proposed rates to determine if the proposals are just and reasonable." So I just wanted the public and the board to be aware that I do have this petition, if anyone is interested.
What was the date on that?
The public hearing is Thursday, September 4 at 6 p.m. at the Old Point School at 108 Old Point Avenue in Madison.
And how many signatures do they need to have it?
That is a good question. I don't know. I think it would be a percentage of the towns. I know for us, it's 10% of the voters that were at the last gubernatorial, but for a quasi-municipal, I do not know. It may be in here. I can certainly call the water district and ask what that, what percentage of, what the number is. And next I had, I wanted to discuss internet, phones, and email. We've been aggressively working with both Beeline and Spectrum to do this changeover, and thankfully Matt Rice has also been assisting the town with this. Luckily, let me back up a little bit. Matt and I met Tuesday, August 5th, and went around to all town buildings for the new IT proposal in services with new computers through the New England Utility Connect grant. So he was familiar with the equipment and whatnot, which proved beneficial because Spectrum is nowhere near ready for this changeover. I was a little upset considering I signed an agreement July 7th and was told that they would be able to meet the August 14th deadline. They're not. I don't even think they had ordered the new phones yet. They've now ordered the new phones, and they say it'll be 4 to 5 days before we get them. But we had a meeting yesterday with the engineers, and I asked Matt to sit in on that. They wanted to know what we had for a firewall and some technical information. So Matt has been great. He's jumped in and is helping move this along. At this point, they are prepared to do the internet changeover at both the highway and the South Fire Station, but they need to run a cable to this building before they can swap the internet over, so that hasn't been done yet. I believe we may get a temporary phone number that the public will still be able to call our numbers, but Spectrum will assign a temporary to reroute it until our new equipment comes. So I'm hopeful that we won't lose phone service, but I don't know. And I still need to inquire on the email. I don't think we'll lose our email come Thursday, but again, I don't know. And trying to get some information is proving kind of hard in this case. So I did hear from Beeline that on Wednesday, so tomorrow night at 11 p.m., they're going to start the changeover and going dark for all of Anson's Beeline customers, and that changeover should be complete by like 8 a.m. on Thursday. So I'll be in contact with them again tomorrow, just to see how things are moving along and to try to make sure that essential services are not affected by this changeover. Anything I'm missing, Matt?
No, I think I covered it.
Well, I know Spectrum was working on the lines at midnight out in front of my house.
Oh, really? Okay, so they're hustling along, and being government, I was told once we signed that agreement, we should have been at the top of the pile, but unfortunately, one of the individuals that they assigned to us was out on paternity leave. I found out, yeah, and won't be returning until the 28th of this month, so that was not too efficient on their end. But anyway, we got the ball rolling, and I'm really aggressively coming at them pretty hard, being government, so hopefully we'll be in good shape come Thursday. There is a household hazardous waste collection event that's put on through KV-COG, the Kennebec Valley Council of Governments. It's hosted by the town of Skowhegan. I know when I used to work for the town, we did support this and join it. The event is scheduled for Saturday, October 4th, from 9 to 12. And if we want to participate, we need to fill out the form and return it no later than August 18th. So I wanted to get your support or your opinion on whether we should do this or not.
Is there a cost?
There is. We will be billed for the number of units. They usually will convert whatever the hazardous waste into units. But I think it's pretty nominal, and it is divvied up by town specifically, so we'll only pay, obviously, for Anson customers that tend to go. I really don't know all of the details at this point. I know in the past, we used to have a sign-up sheet here, and people would come to the town office, and then I think we faxed it to them, or they picked it up like the day before the event or something, so that they had a list of who was going to be participating.
We have a deadline.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
August 18th.
Oh,
Need a motion?
I just need to know if I'm authorized to participate.
Yeah, we still do so.
I make a motion that we participate in the hazardous waste program.
second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved.
In the letter of intent, it does say that we would like to limit total spending for our community to a specific dollar amount, so I can put a cap in here.
Do you know how much you spent last year?
I don't, but I'll look that up before I send that letter in. And I may ask them too if it's not easily identified, but I should be able to find it in the financials.
Are we budgeted for this, or is this part of?
I believe it is. I'll take a look at my budget and see if I set a certain amount aside for that.
KB clock,
Yeah.
it's number 31 on this.
Number 31.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that say?
Yeah. Okay, all lines. Yeah. Says 3,200.
I'm not sure if that's for the household. I think that's our membership.
That's a membership.
I think that's membership.
You want to keep looking?
And then, let's see, I had a few more things to discuss. I did want, obviously you know that we have committed our taxes. Today I sent 144 tax liens for 2024 to the registry. So I have liened the 2024 taxes. MMA Executive Committee, they have a ballot, so you can cast your vote for who you want to serve on the executive board of the Maine Municipal Association. I do have this here. It looks like we have until August 29th, so no one had asked to look at the candidates. I don't know if there's something that you're interested in. If not, I'll put it in the circular file, but if so, and you want to vote on the executive committee, it's MMA president, vice president, and different executive committee members for a 3-year term.
If you have a login, they would have sent you an email. Is that all?
And I got one.
You did?
Yeah.
All right.
But thank you for
Offer.
bringing it to our attention.
I received the Somerset County bill in the mail, and they reiterated that we can certainly select the 2-payment option. I did have an opportunity to go back and look at the revenues last year, and by the due date of taxes, which was October 1 last year, we had received sufficient tax revenues for the 24 commitment to pay the county. So I feel very confident that we can just do it in the one payment again. So I don't think we need to take advantage of their two-payment option this year.
We had already discussed that.
We had, and I had indicated that I'd look at the revenues to make sure that they came in timely to support that decision, and they did. So at this time, we choose not to take advantage of that. Madison Anson Days events is next week and weekend. Our carnival will be on Friday. We are still looking for a few volunteers. So if anyone is interested in helping us out that day, please come into the town office. And we're also looking for volunteers, a few more volunteers to be in the dunk tank. If anybody is interested in going into the dunk tank.
Just be prepared, we won't walk for the next week.
Don't tell me that.
I'm just telling you.
It's the ladder that gets you.
I'm just telling you.
Okay. All right. Duly noted. And then the last item I had is I wanted to see if we could set up a workshop to discuss further the resignation of the selectmen and what you want to do moving forward. Also, I think it would be a good opportunity to discuss adding another person to the town office. I know we had talked about that a while back, and the agenda notice that got posted back a while said that workshops would be Mondays at 6:30. So I don't know if they're,
Mondays
Yeah.
at 6:30,
not
Thursdays.
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 I thought we were doing it Thursdays in the afternoon.
Thursdays in the afternoon.
We were, when we
I say
were,
Mondays don't work good at all.
No.
when we were trying to get
Well,
rid of
maybe I misread it, I saw it on.
I think it was like Thursdays at 3.
Yeah, so we could get it done.
Yeah.
Well, on the website, it says like 6:30 on Thursdays for the workshop, 6 or 6:30.
It says 6:30.
Yeah, 6 or 6:30, I can't
Thursdays.
remember. Oh, it is.
We shoot that Thursdays at 3.
You want to make it 3 on the Thursday?
You're close to it.
Probably,
I
yeah.
know,
Yes,
I know,
yeah.
it doesn't mean you're not.
Oh, as
needed,
needed, as needed.
I understand.
Please send it.
We issue that. Yeah, Mondays are not.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. So, do you want to look at your calendars and then get back to me? Maybe by next week?
For a specific.
Yeah, for a specific day.
Do we want to do it before the next meeting?
We certainly can.
So that would be the 21st, it'd be 14th to the 21st, can't do the 14th because we're changing the date, the time.
Right, yeah, and that's too soon.
21st.
We can,
21st won't work for me, actually.
okay. That day, we've kind of earmarked to prep for Madison Anson Days, pulling up balloons and, getting
So
stuff.
go beyond it, go beyond it.
So then,
There's no
right,
real rush on it.
no, there isn't. So we could, is the 28th a good date? August 28th?
When is,
3?
Labor Day?
Oh, that could be that weekend, yeah.
I'm sorry, do it.
There again, it's not a.
Let's tentatively set the 28th, and if you find that it doesn't work, we
Fine.
could do another one. And then I have been requested to appear at the court for, I've been summoned for jury duty on Monday, August 25th. Last year, they reached out to me, I think, 2 or 3 times, and because of the presidential election, I got Julie Flynn to excuse me, and then I got my doctor to excuse me because of just different things that were going on in my life. But for this one, I thought, okay, there's no election, whatever. Maybe if I don't keep giving me excuses, I'm a one and done type here, so fingers crossed. But I want to let you know that I will be in Skokie at 8:30 a.m. on 25th. And that's all I had.
Nancy, did you hear back from DOT?
I did not,
Okay.
no.
Any questions from this? Selectmen's concerns? So I'm hearing through the grapevine of some complaints of trailers and not trailers, but motorhomes and travel trailers filling up lots. Can we get code enforcement out to look at some stuff? I only know one off the top of my head, but I know there's more, so.
That one on Preble Ave,
Yeah.
they had moved that back out of the right of way.
I knew they moved that, right?
But it does.
There's a huge.
There's
amount.
like 4 of them there.
I talked.
There's more. There's
more.
more.
There's a great big Winnebago.
Well, one of them full garbage, so we don't have to worry about
I talked,
that. I'm just being sarcastic.
Yeah, I got complaints on the purple line on the side.
So, but I'm sure that there's others, and so coordinate with. But still, I think the last time we talked to him was, we weren't sure where sewage and gray water was going.
And I think he's gotten a lot of some stuff.
I talked to him and told him that I set the right of way up there and they moved it and that it was part of that road he ought to come look at, and there's 2 other places in town that I spoke to him about. That it's been brought to his attention. He said he was gonna look into it.
Okay, I'm assuming then you don't have any ordinances or anything.
Not that I'm aware of. I can look in the ordinance. But I'm assuming, you know, if there was, Jeff would know about it.
The check out next to me too. They're gathering up cars.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, next to me, they're gathering up cars. Because the stock car races are on, so they've got several in the back, in their driveway.
My biggest concern is sanitation and stuff. I mean, if we start getting into other things, I mean, it's just a general effect. We all have, maybe we all have stock that somebody doesn't like looking at, you know? And so where does it stop? You know, but that might be something we can add on to.
We do have the ordinance for like unlicensed vehicles,
Yes,
right?
some
Yeah.
guy.
How does that work with
We are allowed.
unlicensed
You can only have 3.
motorhomes
Well, there you go.
or camper trailers?
Yeah,
Because I know they're on wheels.
right, yeah, right. However, the sanitation becomes an issue.
Right.
Especially, they're saying that they move them and dump them, but no one's seen these
Well, I
campers
went down and
move.
checked the pipe down the end of Preble to make sure that was still glued. Where,
Oh, the ice cream store shop
Yeah.
was?
because I saw them tooling around with it around town, I'm like, oh, they gotta be looking for a spot.
Mhm.
So I just went and double checked to make sure that was still glued and they weren't dumping in that, but,
But if they have them licensed too, they're, legal, so there's really not much we can do about it.
They either have to be licensed or they can be assessed by the tax
Correct,
assessor.
right. That's good down like that.
So if they can't provide a registration, I'm sure they paid excise, you could have the
And
assessor go
there
out.
There again, that's code enforcement.
Right.
that was my concern.
But, you know, the complaints that I was receiving is burning trash,
That's scary. It's not-
and, yeah, and other items as well, so, I let Jeff know, and he said, well, that's something that should be.
Well, it is legal. It is legal to burn trash.
Nope.
Even if it's not.
Not household
You can't burn
trash.
it.
You're not supposed to be burning in a barrel.
When you said, I know it was. I don't know how this is.
That was 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Was it? Okay.
Anyway,
I would burn the trash since my grandfather was alive, so.
They don't even want you
40 years
burning
ago.
products, anything for products in a barrel anymore, so.
Okay.
And even to have a campfire on your own land, which is 3 by 3,
Correct.
you have to have a permit.
Yeah, I need
You do?
And all of it has to be
I
inside
could
out
even
the
cook it
area.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you go south, you can just throw the stuff out in the back, you know, and touch it off. Seriously, you can. You
I
can
wouldn't
touch
even
it
dare
off.
try to burn anything on a back lawn right now.
Well, right now, they can't burn it all. It's
All set?
prohibited.
Yeah.
It's too hot to have a permit.
Public
You
session?
can't even get it right now, because it's.
Public session.
Could I just ask that if that workshop changes, that could be posted, because I don't recall that the 28th one was posted. It was discussed to be penciled in, but I didn't ever see that it was updated on the webpage. The date that you set the commitment. I would have liked to have gone. I
But
checked
the
it.
time wasn't, when I did the agenda, I didn't know the time, because I didn't know how long.
You discussed it 2 meetings ago, you penciled it in, and that you were gonna check with people,
Yeah.
but it was never put on the webpage.
Okay, I'll double check. It was supposed, I did an agenda and I gave it to Madison to put on the
It
website.
wasn't, it's not updated a lot, the minutes or the agendas,
Okay.
so if that could be done. And then with the audit, has the 24 one been given yet?
No, we just signed off on the capital and the fixed assets, and we've agreed on what they have accounted for capital, but I haven't even gotten a draft yet.
So could they shoot maybe a little better next year to have a current one for the audit?
We're
Probably for the town
trying.
That's the goal every year.
You know, I think they've grown so big, and I don't think they have enough. They're trying to reorganize and funnel projects to various departments to take pieces of it. I was supposed to have my audit in Mercer for June 30th, didn't happen, and then they told me August 1st, so I reached out to the new administrator over there, still no audit, so they're so far behind.
And I understand that, I just know previously,
Yeah.
that was a concern, and
Sure.
there was a
Like
time
come
that
town meeting.
7 years, it was the same audit, and everybody was very upset, and so now we've had the same audit for 2 years in the town report, so if we could jump that up a little bit, that'd be great.
I do have an update. The warming shelter, we're gonna have a meeting on September 23rd before the meeting here.
so what time?
It's 6.
6.
At 6. Mike's gonna be here and Mark to
So
discuss.
the meeting will
everything.
start at 6?
Yeah,
Okay, so you guys won't meet at 5?
no.
Okay,
It's
I'll just
gonna
check.
start- No, Mark and
The,
Mike is gonna come.
And it's here?
yeah,
Okay.
and the janitor, groundskeeper is gonna be here as well, seeing where he holds a lot of the keys and stuff, knows it.
So we can
inside
have,
and-
Thank you.
What's the date?
September 23rd meeting.
It's the next one, right?
And
It's 9:23 at 6
What is
p.m.
today?
it's like
Wow.
Not the next one, the
Next month.
next month.
Oh, next,
It's
okay.
September, the end of September.
Yeah.
I don't know, days run together.
the second.
Yeah, they're gonna come in, they're gonna do their talk first, Nancy said, because they're invited. And everybody's welcome.
Oh, yes, I think I put that in. For that agenda.
What's that?
Any other public?
Is it public?
I didn't know it was public
This is
yet.
public. yeah, it is public.
I just have a question where there's been questions about like noise ordinances and stuff like that. How come our website has not been updated with any ordinances? It says it's currently being worked on since it got started.
From the beginning.
There's like no ordinances public anymore online.
I don't know what we have available electronically, and we may need to scan them, into a PDF. And I think that we've just had other pressing matters that we haven't had an opportunity to.
I just figured it, instead of people coming in to ask to look at the ordinance book or whatever you called it earlier, that if it's public, everybody can just view it. Yeah.
I think at some point, with this grant for IT services, one of the other items on there is a website. And I know Madison used Wix to create this one, but I'm inclined to change our website yet again.
So how much were we paying for that website that we currently have right now and her salary or whatever pay for that? Wasn't it right around like 4,000 or 5,000?
No, the 1 year contract for the website, I think, was 1,100-ish.
Was it?
And then I know that with Maddie, I think the board had given her a pay increase.
A pay increase and a stipend. There was a stipend mentioned at some point too.
But
on top
I
of it.
think they did an increase instead of a stipend.
Oh, I don't-
Well, I believe that it was agreed that they paid a certain amount for her to put it all and start it, set it up, on top of paying for the website. Then after she got it initiated, anytime she needed to update it, she would get a stipend of some sort for how many hours she was on it after. So she hasn't really done much since that beginning.
That initial.
Nothing really changes with the exception of the agenda. I check it a couple times a week, try to update on our webpage for the community, for those that are on our page, so that they know what's going on in the town. And I have a hard time even accessing some of the files. I have to screenshot some of it in order to put it back onto the page because it's just not user-friendly at all.
So are you just gonna hold off on the whole updating this website, with like the ordinances and stuff, or?
I don't know. I do know that there are better websites out there. The one that, and I hate to keep bringing up Mercer, but when COVID hit, we had applied for a website through the grant, and we went with Town Web. And one of the things that I really liked about Town Web was their news and alerts. People could sign up to get notification of agendas. You could get it through an
Like
email, a
Madison
text to
does.
your phone.
Madison does that.
Yeah, and I really like that. So,
started
if
that.
there's something you need to get out now, you can. And this one doesn't seem to be as interactive. There's no email blast, to the citizenry. So that is one of the big issues that I see with that. But I do know that, like, when we were looking for a rec director, I asked her to put it on, and I did see that on the page. I saw Artie's seasonal driver on the page. I checked a few agendas, but I don't check them every time I give it to her, but I'll definitely bring that up, that, it's important that they go out the day that I do it, and it should not only be posted in the office at the post office, but on that website as well.
Did we get any information on record? Somebody take over on that?
No, but going back to my reports, I totally forgot. I took a call today from Elaine Allows and so on. They just hired, they have a rec committee, they just hired someone to be rec director, and she wanted to know if Anson might be interested in combining services and sharing with Emden as well. So I think Emden is on board. They have they're giving, I think, a $1,500 stipend, Solon is, and I think Emden is. So it's a little too early yet, but I was approached, and I think that's probably the way to go with the rec director is to,
Did we get the plan at Trish Socko in front of town?
yeah,
They did.
they
They
went.
did it already?
They did,
Yeah.
they did their fun time.
Did you go, Denise?
Huh, yeah.
Carol, you had something?
Yeah, I got two things. One, is the town office going to be permanently closed on Thursdays? I thought that was a temporary thing until we got caught up and, because it's becoming a real pain in my backside. Because it seems like Thursdays are the days that,
Cool.
I'm just asking.
No, if it was Wednesday, it'd be Wednesday.
Oh, probably, I don't
Very
know.
small.
Registrations.
The plan is to open back up.
Oh, well, that's all I ask. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And two, rail trail. I know it's dry, I understand that, but I have some video that I would like to show you. You can't look across my back lawn when a four-wheeler side-by-side or whatever goes by. My entire pool gets a cup of sand a day
Or more.
or more.
I
My
got the same issue
house is-
with my pool. It's on the corner of Town Farm Road, Powell Road, 234. When I can leave my handprint on the side rail of the pool, yeah, it's dusty. And when we've gone up on the rail trail and we've put the water and the flow guide to it, and the same day that we did it, and we put 2,000 gallons of water plus the 400 gallons of flow guide and 600 gallons of water, so it's 3,000 gallons one day. And then the very next one, it didn't look like we'd done nothing.
I get it. I just know that if
If it was our gravel pit?
it was our gravel pit,
we
they would
had-
shut us down.
That's right.
It's recreational. I understand, I know what your law
Yeah,
is.
you know what it is, you do, I
I
know.
do.
And when does it become a health hazard?
That's right.
I just think you'd have to ask the state about that.
I had a very long conversation with the state. They were supposed to be there today to do something about it. I didn't go out and look yet, I haven't had time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do
And
understand.
that, right after you called and said you'd get a lot of dust up there, we went out.
I talked to Adam,
We-
and he told me he had a bee problem and couldn't get down through there.
No, he went down.
Oh, did you get down through?
Yeah, opened one gate,
One
went
gate.
around it, and then do the other.
One gate, there's a bee's nest and the one that's on the right.
Yeah, okay.
The one on the left you can open.
Because we put 300 gallons of water and calcium on it Sunday.
Yep. And I see you drive it, don't look like you did nothing to it,
No,
because I see it when you did it.
yeah.
So, I know what you're going through, Darryl, it's just the type of year we're having. It's dry, and when they do 50, 60 miles an hour, that don't.
That is, I can slow down.
But it's, the town, we really don't have any control over that, it's the state.
So the state pays you guys to go out there and do that?
Yep.
So I'll call OSHA back again.
But that, we're doing it for the rail trail, Jeff, we do it for him, but he's doing it for the state, because that's a state rail trail.
So they didn't rebuild it, they're not moving it.
Oh, they took it and did it up Fowler's Campground Road, but last year we put 10 loads out,
Correct.
and this year we put out 5 loads, 5 loads of the water flow mag mix and 8 loads of straight water already this year. And last year I put up 10 loads the whole year. And we've
And
done
this
it.
year's 3 times as dry.
Yeah, and we've done it from Casey's to the campground road. We've done that 3 times. And so, you know, we're putting the dust control agent and water on it, but it's just so hot and so dry that it sucks it up and
Yeah.
it's gone.
So I'm surprised you're the first one we heard complain about it. Have you heard any complaints?
I had a complaint this week. Emily Clint came in. They have solar panels on the back side of their garage, and the ATV trailer is right in behind.
Oh,
But are he had
Block
said
the
that.
solar panels after a while, yeah.
Yeah, so they've gotta hose them off every so often.
Exactly, after the state, yes.
Yeah.
It's probably-
Well, we've been calling them
That's
regular.
what we
I
need to
can't
start
hold it
doing.
off, it costs me money.
Yes.
Water.
Yeah, it's to,
Now the rates are going up.
Well, I have,
I'm sure you have, but.
no, he called me the next day after we get done doing it. And he says, "Ida, when you gonna do the dust control?" I said, "We just did it yesterday." And he says, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, just did it." And we put on a tank of the mix, and then put 2 tanks of water on top of that. And the next morning, it didn't look like we'd done anything. But when you take and crack the ground and you got 3 inches, nothing but poof, it takes a lot of water to stiffen it back up.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know how.
I just haven't know.
Behind each other. You look at them and they're like cake and white, and I'm like, that does not look fun at all.
Nancy, have you guys worked on, like, you were talking about the email blast, have you done any message, like a mass messaging system yet? I know Tammy was looking into it, she had some ideas, I guess, you guys haven't picked up from them?
I can speak to that. Like, so the email for the website platform that we're looking at through the grant includes that.
Oh,
That's
that's cool.
part of it.
Okay.
So, Nancy and I, we have a good working relationship now, things are moving, so I think we're moving in that direction soon, I hope.
Thunderstorm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, yeah, right, by all means. But. Complain the state, we'll complain the state, and see if we can get something done, because they're the ones that, they're the ones that wanted it. I mean, of course, we did too, but if you want it, you're maintaining it too, so.
Well, I know somebody who lives just down from Casey's and the track's right behind them. And he said what they put on the trail is worse than what it was before. It just adheres it to the house.
It was not bad until it got great.
Yeah,
And I'm not, I just, because that was all coal from the road just past my place, and dust was not very, very minimal.
But you weren't, but they were getting complaints
Yes.
steady because the trail was so rough.
Yeah, it
So
was,
they had to have it graded. So,
it was bumpy out past the house.
I turned around, went in the other direction.
Anything else?
It's called speed control.
Back that way.
I looked at it, be in front of my house.
Okay, number 10, executive session to discuss personal matters.
Oh my God, holy old man, what are you doing?
Second, he drops it about 10 times a day.
Runs it over.
Is it cooler out here?